You guys suck. Fuck you guys.
Wouldn't do this with anyone else.
Hell yeah, bros.
I thought you were dead.
Sun out of your eyes and be yourself.
Heard you were dead.
She's dead, wrapped in plastic.
That man's dead back there.
It was worse than dead. Must be dead. Is this a dead man, Doctor?
Hold on! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Roast Mortem Podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Travis.
Hello, ninnies. I am Cody.
Oh, hell yeah.
Feeling Seximus.
Oh,
Sexamerosh.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
You know, I feel
all
sexy
around.
tonight
Why?
because I can be outside in a t-shirt and
No.
it don't feel too cold.
Oh, yeah.
I just
You know what
want
I'm saying?
I just want to be cold all the time. Like, when I'm cold, my nipples get extra hard.
Yeah.
I know.
And now that it's summer, they're all flaccid.
It's not
you
summer.
keep cutting through all those shirts I keep buying. you.
Yeah.
confusing
well,
the viewership.
Whatever. It's
Nah,
going to be
not
summer.
It's just not winter.
There is no fall and spring.
A
Do not
winter.
exist. Fall and spring don't exist.
Anti-winter.
No.
Just drops off like a cliff, like a fucking temperature lemming.
Woo.
You know, just done with you.
Yeah.
Take my whole family for
Pretty
fun.
stable if you live on the island. Like,
Yeah.
with the water around.
Yeah.
Shit gets
True.
cold in the Midwest for no reason.
Don't understand it.
I had school closed in the Midwest just because it was too cold. There wasn't any precipitation on the ground. The school district was just like, we can't keep the classrooms habitable.
In Finland, the school districts over there only close if it gets to negative 40 degrees.
Celsius.
I read that somewhere. Don't know if it's true. Probably not
Right
true.
in if you know the true.
Yeah. If you're from Finland,
If you know that true.
Danky Shane.
Yeah, Danky Shane, and tell us how you do your things.
Yeah.
I want to know. How do you
feel
get
like
your
there's-
groceries? Is that cold? You don't even need to worry about taking the meat out of your car because it's staying in the car.
How are the fish this summer?
Yeah.
How were the fish last winter?
How are the fish?
Yeah.
A lot of fish there.
How's everyone's week?
Good. Got
Good.
back from shit.
Yeah.
Had a
Good.
time in Cali.
Me and Cody have not seen each other in a while.
Oh,
so
yeah, you guys
if
like-
we fight extra.
I hate you.
It's gonna be cool.
You guys are going to be extra
It's
today.
gonna be cool.
I saw something interesting this week in my adventures into the city.
Can
New
you
York
talk
City.
about it on the podcast?
I mean, I might get in trouble with the cops, but
Oh, good. I like
this is a
that.
story about the cops.
Good
This is a
old
dangerous podcast.
NYPD.
You're
walk-
now a witness.
Just walking to work, you know. I normally do. I get to Penn Station and I walk up to Columbus Circle,
This is New York City.
New York City, which I also asterisks hate.
Yep.
Hate New York
No,
City.
I don't think anyone likes New York. If somebody tells you they like New York City, you're part of an undercover commercial. Run
Yeah.
away.
Do you know who likes New York City? People who've never been.
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah.
true.
People never step foot inside of any of the boroughs.
Guess
Best
what? You
case
get a
scenario.
better bagel, get a better piece on Long Island. So come here.
Doesn't matter.
It's less gross.
Yeah.
Same.
You know
same-
where you have better sanity? Anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm walking to work, and there's a cop car. You know, I'm at one of the intersections, and this cop is just sitting there. He's texting. He's texting so hard.
in the intersections.
He's probably sexting. And, you know, I've imagined he was like all like,
That's what I would do if I was NYPD.
See his like pink little dick sticking out of his blue pants.
yeah.
Nice.
And guess what? He just fender bender the person in front of him.
Oh,
Right into the back.
wow.
Right into the back of the person in front of him.
Was it? I
Jesus.
assume it was just a Civic car. Or
Yeah, it was just a
something.
regular old. It was a.
Oh,
It's like some shitty Civic or something.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
a suit.
So you know, well, no, it wasn't a suit. They probably pulled him out, and I mean, I kept walking because this is New York.
yeah. You just keep
Whatever.
Yeah.
But like, he probably pulled him out. Oh, you're in a Civic. All right, hands on the vehicle.
let me get up in your crack real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, exactly.
Is that vermicelli? You're going to jail.
Let me get your mom's registration, please.
Mambo number 5. My Mambo number 5's registration.
God, we had Mambo number 5 karaoke, Travis, in L.A. We didn't tell you. Sorry.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Still a lot of karaoke.
Wow.
it was all gamified too.
Yeah, we yoked up.
It was Mewtwo number 5.
Do you know? That's kind of interesting because tonight I'm going to talk about a type of culture that really appreciates karaoke.
Midwesterners?
Asianese?
Asianese, you're right, Cody. Ding, 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 ding,
got it
ding,
dang.
ding,
It was
ding,
one
ding.
or the other, baby.
I'm
It
a-
was 50-50.
Yeah, tonight I'm going to take you on a strange
Oh,
tale
I like tail.
to the Orient.
Oh.
Cody, is that racist? Is that racist? Did I do it wrong? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know about
you
that.
no, you told me one time.
I
You're
did,
You
I
can
did.
say Oriental,
I did.
but you can't say Orient.
I did. Right now, I would not say Orient at all, but like I grew up with my dad taking frequent business trips to the Orient.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like it might be cool. It's got that old school racist cool thing going on right now.
What you're gonna want to do is
Embracism, Tom.
embracism.
Hashtag embrace.
If we're wrong about the term Orient in any of this, you're gonna want to write a tweet, and right before you send it, you want to put hashtag just kidding, throw your phone in the garbage. Don't care about what you think.
is that under 140 characters?
No, it's just throw your phone out. Don't
It's
care.
180.
I don't care, but it's fun.
I think the general rule with Oriental, I think the general rule with Oriental is you Oriental. I think the general rule with Oriental is you can call things Oriental, but you're in bad territory as soon as you refer to an individual human being as Oriental.
Like I always used to get a magazine, the Oriental Trading Company.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
They sell trinkets.
dollar store.
that's fair enough.
Oriental rugs, that's fair game.
But anyway,
So
so
moving on. Who's on the
this-
chopping block?
this-
Is that- no,
what
that-
Oriental
I'm,
man
I'm,
do you
painting,
have
I'm
going
painting a
on?
picture. God damn it, Tom!
Stop using my catchphrase.
So we're going into an uncharted territory here on Roast Mortem Podcast because we're going into an Asian territory, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That means there's going to be a lot of names that I can't pronounce because I
Let's do
can't
it.
even pronounce English names.
Are we
Your
going
last
to,
name's pretty Asian.
Yeah.
Are we going to Nippon?
We're not going to Nippon.
Are we going to Hina?
Hina?
What?
Yeah, that's how Mexican people say China.
Why are you Mexicans?
I'm just trying to be. I'm painting a picture. Taking
So
it
I
back.
thought, what better way to break into a new continent than with some fucked up royal people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good start. Good foundation. Dead royal people, Travis?
Of course, of course. So tonight we're gonna talk about the Crown Prince Sado of Korea.
I have no idea who that is.
Is a prince.
He is a prince.
I'm excited.
Korea.
Oh, okay, good.
Korea.
As a member of the Joseon dynasty in
What?
Korea, they ruled from 1392 to 1897.
500 years ish.
Yeah,
You said the Yosons?
Joseon.
Yoson.
It's spelled Jose on.
Okay, you're already starting with the
Yeah, I'm
funny
already
words.
starting on it.
Already starting.
I'm sure.
Thank you for the Spanish language alliteration of what's happening here.
You helped nobody that had no grasp with Spanish.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
H.
I'm sure he had a fair share of inbreeding, and this is
It's royalty, baby.
right. This is he's a different type of monster than Charles II of Spain because Charles was very special.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to that episode, go back.
Go back and listen to that one.
But we're staying here for now.
Right. So I want to do the same disclaimer I did on Charles II was that his family's also really fucked up.
Great.
It's not just him.
Mhm.
Like he's a product of his family and the whole royal system.
You are what you eat, especially if there's incest involved.
So the year is 1735, right? He was born in 1735.
Oh, born
then, right?
Good year.
He was the second son of King Yeongjo of Korea from his favorite concubine. Right, so this wasn't his the queen. This was
Right.
sexy lady.
the lady of the
Queen was just
night.
like, didn't come out of my vagina. Not mine.
Yeah,
Where are you putting that dick?
one did come out of her vagina, but he died really young. So that left Sado as the crown prince of Korea.
Even though he's a bastard,
Yeah, next in line. I don't think they cared about that as much.
he's got that royal juju. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like the Westerners, who give a shit.
I think as we'll learn over the podcast, and this was something I didn't really know about Korea, is that courtesans or ladies of the court or whores are kind of like, they're not necessarily like accepted, but they're not out of the limelight.
All right, so you mean like Steve Urkel's with pussies.
Exactly.
All right.
Big old small Asian tits.
Did I do that?
Sexy, yeah. Did I do that? did I have your son?
Coming in hot. Roast Mortem Podcast. What
So-
are we, 8 minutes in?
Yeah.
This is cool. This is cool.
Prince Sado, as a child, was expected to be the noble, a noble one.
What does that mean for his mom? Is his mom just
His
the
mom
of
is
Prince?
like, his mom's going to be in the picture the whole time.
Oh, good.
But she's like one of many courtesans.
Okay.
One of many ladies.
I love
in
that
waiting.
word. It's such a respectful word.
Say whore.
Courtesan.
Side bashes.
Court me, courtesan.
So he was really expected to be fearless and princely and all noble and everything.
Gotcha.
And he started to do that. He was really good in archery and the martial arts because he's Asian. They're born
pretty good
into martial arts.
Yeah, they're all born pretty good.
Right, Cody?
Yeah.
Did you kick my ass?
No, I can't.
Cody, before I continue, can you chop this cinder block in half for me?
Later. Not in these pants.
But unfortunately, Prince Sado had crippling anxiety around his dad, young Joe. And, would like stutter and just really timid, shitty little boy.
Little Asian kid. Got it.
I would have a really hard time growing up and having to call my dad Young Joe.
like Fat Joe.
Yeah, kind of like that, like a descriptor. He's
It's
Young
like
Joe.
Young Joe.
My dad, for some reason, he's
It'd be
younger
Emperor
than me.
Young Joe, right? Emperor King Young Joe.
I don't know if he was an emperor or a king. Everything I read said he was a king.
Royalty Young Joe. That
Yeah.
sounds like a rapper already.
So you would say he was a mighty Young Joe.
Mighty Joe Young.
So they lived on this island where dinosaurs.
Like that was some kind of fucking joke. Like, what are we doing? Remember that movie?
So young Joe was kind of pissed off.
Can't say it anymore.
Yeah, you just ruined the podcast. I just keep thinking of Mighty Joe Young now. God damn it!
Bad King Kong is all it was.
Yeah. But bad King Kong, good Young Joe.
Good young Joe.
He's a good guy.
Good monkey.
Yeah. So young Joe, that made him really pissed off at Sado because he was expecting his eldest son to be this noble warrior. But anytime that, he was around his dad, he was like, oh, good. Ew.
He meeked out.
Yeah. Just like puking in his mouth a little bit.
My dad, the courtesan banger.
And Sado really admired his father because young Joe had done a whole bunch for Korea. He kind of brought Korea back to its roots. Western societies have been like infiltrating. There's like Christianity in there. And young Joe was like, no, we're going back to what we did.
So
Fundamental guy.
Ginger and wasabi.
Yeah.
Back to the Asian
Oh, boy.
roots.
Oh, Jesus.
You know that most wasabi over here is just horseradish?
I did know that, actually.
Yeah.
We've probably never had real wasabi.
Yeah, apparently it's really expensive and it only grows on like flowing rivers or something.
I can remember reading that somewhere, yeah.
If you want roast mortem to go to Japan to try real wasabi,
Make a
reach out to us.
Patreon.
Make a Patreon.
Make a Patreon for us and put money into it, and we'll see where we go.
Exactly. Our stretch goal, $1 billion a month.
Yeah, our stretch goal is coming back to the States.
Yeah. No, our stretch goal, Elon Musk?
Yeah.
That's our stretch goal.
All
We're
right.
each Elons.
We each get our own Elon?
Yeah.
like a butler?
So Sado really wanted to win over his father's approval. And his father was just like, no, he's a little idiot because he can't talk to me. And there was a little bit of a not a very healthy relationship developing here. Because, anytime Sado opened his mouth, he'd be like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
And Sado couldn't turn to his mother because, like I mentioned before, she was a courtesan. And that meant that she was like vying over power from all the other courtesans that were like going after the king.
Gotcha.
All right, so it's like a harem situation.
Yeah, kind of like a harem.
Busy just trying to get to the top. She's got no time for it.
Right. Well, anything the king said, like, this is how I want my son raised, she was like, sure,
Mm-hmm.
because, I want to keep sucking your cock, making more babies out of my mouth vagina.
Royal babies. Free royal babies.
Well, you know what they say, son always is raised in the east or something.
Great. Good job.
So he had no coddling. The king forbid any type of coddling or any motherly affection from
warrior.
Yeah, warrior.
Warrior.
Hey.
Japanese.
I don't-
Warrior.
How do you say
Yeah.
hello? How do you say yes in Korean? I feel like I should have done a little Korean.
yeah.
I'm gonna say hello.
How do you say that?
안녕하세요.
Anaseo?
안녕하세요.
Awesome.
Something like that.
Anaseo,
And I
Anaseo,
say
the
best friend.
microphone.
Best friend is
Anaseo,
Chingu Chingu. Doing podcast with my two Chingu Chingus.
Oh, yeah, dog.
Drink beer.
Just had a little drink of beer. So, usually in a podcast, we get to the marriage part a little bit later on in the episode. I just introduced this boy, but
Yeah.
we're right into the marriage.
You're
right
top
now.
loading it. I see what you're doing.
We're right into this marriage.
Okay.
Right. So, Sado was married at the age of 8.
That's when Asian parents want their offspring to get married.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You 9? Where your wife?
Where my grandkid?
Where are my grandkids?
He married Lady Haijung, who was also 8 at the time.
Hubba.
How's
Yeah.
she a lady?
She was a noble lady.
She was a pre-lady.
A pre-lady. She was actually the daughter of a poor scholar, and the only redeeming quality was that the scholar had like some noble lineage.
He's all right. He knows how to read.
Oh my god.
He can read, he can write. His parents bang the right people.
Yeah,
He knows about 30 words.
Look at this. Like he's a scholar, so he's got brains and he's got royal blood, and that's just I don't know.
It's just enough.
It's just
Just enough.
Just enough to bang a princess.
I mean, Cody, as of Asian heritage,
yeah.
I'm sure you were kind of.
I banged a lot of princesses. Is
No,
that what
I
you're
was gonna say
ask?
you're probably under.
Is that what you're gonna ask? 'Cause, yeah.
You were probably under the microscope on your grades, dog.
Fuck it, dude. I hate that shit so much. Like,
I mean, he was a scholar, but we didn't know anything about his grades,
yeah,
dog.
there probably wasn't any AP weighting in those days.
What'd you learn today? Oh, I learned a lot.
Yeah, science was different back then. Like, light is bright, water is wet.
Let's look at the sun for a few hours. We'll touch the bottoms of our feet before we go up to walk up this mountain.
And
we'll
nap
meditate.
time.
We'll think about it. We'll watch fish. You know, typical Asia.
Most of what we know about Sado comes from Lady Haijun's memoirs, which she wrote after his death. So most of the story comes from her.
Could
So
be
this is the
speculation.
8-year-old, right?
It could be speculation, but there's also some other evidence that backs up a lot of this shit too. So, but I just want to say, kudos to her fucking random memoir.
Well, it's good. I'm glad you're telling me that because now we can paint our own picture of what's going on.
Yeah, dog. So, even at an early age, she mentioned that she was very anxious about and felt like that she was going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations.
That's Asian. That's just an Asian thing.
That's an Asian thing? All right,
you
Cody.
just feel
Yeah,
anxious, and there's something you got to do, and you can't do it for whatever reason. And then you just lose sleep and get old.
Let's take it from the top again. How was your week, Cody?
Great. Thanks for asking. Standy.
Here's where things start to get a little interesting here. Because being kind of more in the limelight, now he's a married man at the age of 8.
Yeah.
People start picking up on some of his quirks.
Like he's 8.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. Like,
That
it's a
married
fucking-
man is 8. That's
Yeah.
quirky.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, she just doesn't put the Play-Doh back in the cup the way I like it.
God damn it, woman! Put that plate out! Ah! He gets really interested in Korean mythology, especially involving this thunder god.
Okay.
The thunder god is going to kind of come up a lot. But he'd started with like nightmares, right? And he had a dream of like ghosts and this thunder god and shit.
Spooky shit.
And then the nightmares kind of just started blending into the daytime. Into
conscious terrors.
yeah, visions and
He's a wacky boy.
yeah, he just started to get a little delusional. So the thunder god thing became an obsession. He would dress according to the weather and not like a normal person dresses according to the weather. You know, I'm gonna wear a raincoat.
Yeah.
He would have his servants lay out 30 pairs of clothes for him every day.
Whoa.
What does he do with them?
Poor kid.
He would stand over these clothes and talk to his ghost friends next to him
Okay.
and say, "Which one should I wear, Thunder God, or which one should I wear, great grandmother?"
All right.
And if none of them worked or there was any errors in the clothing, he'd beat the fuck out of one of his servants.
I was gonna say,
Even as an 8-year-old.
that's very Asian.
Oh, man. Off the bat, that was probably kind of cute.
Oh my.
You know, it's just like you have an
No.
8-year-old beating you up, but then, like, 10 years goes by and the same fucking servant's getting beat up. It's just like, you're 18, you can fucking knock my teeth out. And they're not too
okay.
strong because we're not brushing.
That's a
right
great
now.
point, actually, because like he's 8-year-old.
Mhm.
Let me try that again. He's 8 years old. How badly can he beat the crap out of an adult?
Dude,
Did he have help?
I'm saying,
Did he have an assist?
Cody, did you watch The Karate Kid?
I know, but they're both Asian.
Yeah, but this is all of the Karate Kids into one Karate Kid.
No, Ralph Macchio was Italian, and he probably was like 15 when they filmed that. talking about an 8-year-old.
Are we still?
That's very
Where
true.
is he? 8
I mean,
still?
well, this
8 or 9, maybe 2 years later. 10?
this started when he was 8 years old.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
It continued throughout his
that's
entire
what
life.
I'm saying. So if it's continuing
Yeah.
throughout his whole life, at the beginning it's kind of cute. Oh, he's throwing a hissy fit because
Yeah.
his boots don't match the way his pants do, and then a few years later, it's just like this kid is going to kill me.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're fucking like 18, you know how to throw elbows and curb stomp. It just-
Especially if
just
you
comes with it.
do it every day.
Yeah.
That's practice.
He'd also burn all the clothes he didn't like, too. It's like a fashionista. Just like,
It's like
I don't like these. They're garbage now. I'm beat you.
It's like he's his own ex-girlfriend.
I was gonna say it's very Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they burn their old models.
yeah.
He was a regular old...
A few in the vault, and then they burn the
Yeah,
rest.
yeah.
He was a regular old Hugo Boss, except minus clothes
And Nazis.
And Hitler. Yeah.
Hitler. So there was definitely a few screws loose with him. But when I mentioned that like things were kind of coming undone, it was only within his inner circle. With the king never saw any of this. Because he would like suppress all these like psycho issues, and the king would just see a timid boy.
He was very quiet around
Right.
dad.
But he's not burning clothes in front of his dad. Like that's just they already lived in separate palaces.
It's a very Asian thing to
Yeah.
overlook your offspring's weaknesses and weirdnesses. Just be like, oh, that's just how he is on his off time. Like,
Yeah, let him do his thing.
He's a serial killer. That's just how he is on his off. Leave him alone.
Let him do it.
Yeah. When Sado turned 14, according to 18th century Korean customs, it was time for him to enter full adulthood relationship with his wife,
Of course.
as you would when you turn 14.
Do you know the weird Asian of keeping age
No,
rule?
no.
No, when you're born in most Asian cultures, you're one. When you fall out, so he might
There's no zero.
No, I don't know if Korea adopted this.
There's no 6 months.
Yeah,
It's
you're one when you
or
fall
8
out.
months or
So this
anything.
might have he might have gotten married when he was actually hour 7, or this might
Oh,
be
okay.
this
Yeah,
might
that's
be
interesting.
13 actually, not 14.
So yeah, he's 14, maybe less.
Yeah,
But they move in together. Didn't take them long for them to start banging holes.
Yeah, well, they're sprouting hair.
I
Yeah.
like how I made this way dirtier by saying he might even be 13.
13.
And then Travis segues, yeah, they started banging. It was weird.
I did a hand gesture.
You didn't
and
see that
banging.
here.
When you're 14, though, I'm not condoning this at all. But you are a horny little monster.
Males, yes.
Males.
Well, it's very natural. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
14. You're just walking around
You're walking
with
penis.
some kind of Italian masonry in your pants.
Doesn't go away until you're 16.
Yep.
Nah, for me it was like 18, man. I was just walking around like pitching a tent. I was camping all the time. I had never actually been camping till I was 26, but I had been camping.
You've been pinching tents
all the-
for
yeah, pitching-
pinching tents.
I will say, I knew Tom back. They wore a lot of gym shorts, which was not a good option. That is not a very good option. That's pro tenting.
Yeah,
That's Tony Hawk's pro tent.
Easy.
was Tony Hawk's content. Yes, I had perfect balance. Always on the rail.
So a year later, they had a son.
Wait a minute. 15.
A year later, they had a son.
That's early.
This one I didn't look up this pronunciation, so it's USA, whatever.
Oh, you can't do that.
do it,
This
do it.
no, this is an audio show. You can't.
It's
Oh, that's how.
but he died 2 years later. So
You know what? It's probably that weak sperm. Because
Yeah.
you have a hard dick and very strong. You don't have any education in your balls.
haven't learned to swim yet.
All those puppies coming out, they're dumb as fuck. You have nothing to show them genetically.
You got to teach him to not U-turn.
Almost
Yeah,
beer out of the nose.
That's science, though. You can check that.
Almost ruined a puff guard.
I don't know exactly how their son died, but it's probably because his son was being raised by fucking children.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like-
That'll do it. That'll cause some infant mortality.
Yeah,
if you have other infants raising the infant.
There's a reason we don't tax people playing house.
A year after his death, his
Baby's
wife.
death.
What's that?
The baby death.
The baby death.
Baby
yeah.
death.
A year after the baby's death, she pops out another one. This guy's name is Shangzhou.
You're enunciating his name correctly because he survives for a while, I assume?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Shangzhou,
Guess
yeah,
what? I
yeah,
looked
yeah.
up the important ones, the one that died after 2 years.
Sean Joe just wearing that Sean John.
Yeah.
I'm not practicing this fetus's name, no.
3 weeks after he was born, there was a plague of measles in Korea.
Measles plague Korea.
Yeah. Guess who got it?
Our boy Seiko.
Yeah, Sado.
Excuse me.
Sado and his entire family, including the newborn, had gross, measly pox all over them.
You don't just walk that off back in the day either, do you?
Yeah. Fortunately, all of them did.
Oh.
Except for Sado's favorite sister, who died. And this was the only only person in his immediate family that, like, gave a shit about him.
Okay.
You know, because his dad didn't give a shit, his mom didn't give a shit. His younger sister, like, he liked, and they got along. Because the king didn't like the younger sister either. I don't know exactly what that relationship was, but
who's responsible for this younger sister? Is it the same parents, or is it half sister?
I don't know. It's Korean
royal
royalty.
Fuckery.
Yeah,
fucking royals.
Well, it came from the king's loins. We got that much, right?
Yeah, it came from the king's loins.
We don't know
which courtesan.
What beautiful woman had to poop that out.
Yeah,
eloquently
put. It's a poop. So this death took Sado one step closer to the edge, and he's about to break.
Oh my god,
he's about to break.
You might have to. I think you might need to apologize.
Thanks for tuning in to the Roast Corner Podcast.
Woo! Yeah, just made my first Lincoln Park reference. You could do it at lincolnpark.net.
Someone will make that address and troll our viewership, Travis.
I hope so. Young Joe,
Daddy Young
Joe began giving Sado official duties. Because up until this point, he was like, just leave me alone, kid. You're bothering me.
Yeah. Chores for young Sado?
Now he's doing some official Korean, royal duties.
Shaking hands.
What's an official Korean royal duty, Travis?
Waiting for Belgian people to come over and exchange chocolate for bamboo shoots.
Don't let him off on this. Travis, what's an official duty?
These official royal duties are basically things the king didn't want to do.
So, stable boy.
So, imperial torturer.
Oh, that line of work.
Yeah, he's already kind of a little bit loose.
He's already beating up servants and burning clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So send this crazy guy to go kill Jabroni.
Yeah, I want to say, like, all of the torturers that have had the position torturer wanted to be there. You know what I mean? Like, no one has ever, like, no, I don't want to torture. They found the fucked up guy to do the worst things to you. This is the volunteer torture.
Right, yeah.
He said yes.
Heaven.
Yes. He said yes to Viscera.
You're the best around! And he's just, like, smacking some bitches.
Royal executioner. But he's not an executioner that kills royals. I'm sorry, royal torturer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't torture royals. He is royalty that tortures. That's
tortures
cool.
people.
That royal torturer of the court.
Yeah, torturer of the court. Wow. That's not his only duty. He does some other shit.
He's got a lot of duty.
Yeah, he duties all over Korea. He's like,
I'm killing you.
Whatever he did, though, the king disapproved all the time. 100%.
What if he did what the king asked for?
Even if he had a successful outcome, he'd be like, why'd you do it that way, you idiot?
Why is this man tortured like this?
Yeah, like, you didn't get what I wanted, or, whatever. And he would the King Youngjo would always chastise him in front of a large crowd of his peers, and ladies of the courts, and eunuchs.
That's a move reminiscent of Jack Tramiel, a.k.a. the Jack Attack.
Yes.
Berating in public.
Very true.
Apparently, Jack might have gotten that from the Sato lineage.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Japanese accent for no reason.
Oh, very good.
Nah, I just dropped a big word right now. Eunuchs.
It's a small, tricky word.
Stupid word.
I would
Cody,
fail
can you tell us a little bit about eunuchs?
It's a bad word. The vowels in it don't make any sense. Fuck it.
It's a lot of E's and U's.
Yeah. But essentially, eunuchs were the VIP behind the stage pass holders of not only this, but any royal court. Essentially, you trusted them more so than your average guy.
Why do you trust them?
Because they weren't sexually driven. They didn't have any cojones to want to bang the harem. So, of course, eunuchs were allowed to go where others won't, aka around the royal ladies.
So, a eunuch, they used to chop off them cum nuggets?
Yeah. The whole package, actually, more than the cum nuggets.
They took off the penis as well?
They took out the better ingredients?
The Frank...
Coach just gave me this look. Like, what do you
No,
mean?
the audio didn't cut out. Everyone awkward paused for Travis's. What do you want to call that? Anti-sponsorship?
It's not
Is
a
that what you
sponsor.
did? It's an anti-sponsor, a counter sponsorship.
So what you're saying, it wasn't just those Siemens bonbons. They would also take off the Louisville
Frankenbeans. I saw weird pictures on Wikipedia. There's guys, just nothing there. It's not even a hole or anything gone. It's just scar tissue.
Like a mannequin.
Yep. And you wouldn't care if these mannequins walked around your ladies because they couldn't do anything to them, so you just let them go, and they had usually higher security clearance than most other people's.
Yeah, he's not fucking around.
No, he's not. You can see he's not.
I feel like the Google image search of this research, I passed off to Cody because I didn't want to look at it.
Oh, you fucker! You shithead! I had so much shit to do today. You fucked me.
Yeah, he was upset.
Yeah, dog.
I would turn around, see him working at his computer.
This
eyes
man
a little
has no
sadder
penis.
than usual. Like, bulldogs. Like the eyes.
They got that droop.
They're like just drooping. That was Cody's eyes today.
No, that's just me permanently now. Thanks.
You know
I'm
what?
just like
You're
this.
welcome.
I'm like this now.
Ladies love it though.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, Travis.
Sado was getting embarrassed around the no wienermen and the whores and the peers.
I like no wienerman.
No wienerman.
It's easier
It's
to
better than
spell than
It
eunuch.
is, yeah. On top of making fun of him for fucking up all of the duties.
The wienerless?
No, the king.
Oh, the
every time the king spoke to his son, he would rinse his mouth out, wash his ears, and change into fresh robes.
Did he bring the Zamboni machine to wipe the area that he was standing on?
Yeah.
Just maced everyone with Febreze. Like,
Yeah. You're done.
That kind of like if you came to my house and like when you walked in the door, I just blasted you in the face with Febreze, just like.
Or if I went to your house
now.
to eat like a lasagna or something, and we sat for hours and we talked, and then the second I left, I just threw up everything, hit myself in the head with a hammer to forget our conversations.
Is drinking
You're making
Purell
a
is
really
weird.
upset top.
I'm just painting a picture. I don't ever do that.
Travis is like, I
You
make
make
a
a
great
great
lasagna.
I made a lasagna last week and you threw it up.
San
This
Francisco.
boy know how to make a zine.
I make a lasagna.
All right, so the king looked
Cleansed
upon his son
himself.
as profane.
Yes,
pretty much. Like,
exactly.
you were a dirty thing. I must reset after dealing with
That's
you.
horrible.
It is really shitty.
Yeah.
For a parent?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why, like, he might be crazy, but it's also same fucking thing as Charles. Like, his parents are dickheads.
Why royalty crazy, Travis?
They're fun.
They're just getting their heads, man.
So dumb. They're
All
just
these dumb
so
traditions,
stupid.
and they
Why-
keep tacking on with their
Why
own little
royalty
picky stuff.
crazy?
Royal people are stupid. Every single one of them.
Why royalty crazy? That's my big question.
God save the queen.
God save the queen.
God save my dangus. In 1755, Sado's mother became very ill, and Sado went to visit her. And when he showed up, the king flipped a shit and said, "Go back immediately. Like, get out of her presence." So Sado jumped out of a window and ran back to his own house.
Simon says, jump out that window. I guess when the king says.
The door wasn't an option. You had to get out of the room quicker.
There were eunuchs clogging the door, and he
Oh my God.
had to fly out the window.
It's like a straight up, like, Three Stooges, like, jump out the window. It's probably a paper window.
It was probably just a wall.
Yeah.
That he made
He
into
made a
a
window.
window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mean to say that Sado made a window?
You know that Sado, he was the inspiration for Jackie Chan in Project
I don't
A
think
when he
that's
went
true,
through
no.
all of the windows
That's
on
great.
that zip line?
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Don't think that's accurate.
Why did that window
Still
go
great,
through
great film.
so many windows that zip line.
Him and his father got in a little bit of what I'd like to call a boning battle. There was a rivalry going on. A banging rivalry. A lot of touching tips, a lot of holes.
Father-son boning.
No, not father.
Well,
son, no.
father-son boning rivalry.
Rivalry.
They're
So
trying to outbone each other.
That's
as
one thing you never want in your life. Some kind of shish kebab with your father.
right. Yeah, no. Oh, no. I'm going home. I am going home right now.
All right, this is our second closeout. Thanks for coming to the Roast Mortem podcast.
So as I mentioned before, concubines were like a dirty secret, but still out in the open. So the king's main bitch, her name was Mun.
Mun.
Okay.
Mun. M-U-N.
She pooped out 2 princesses.
Okay, you keep saying pooped out.
Yeah, pooped them out.
This is the miracle of reproduction.
I'm assuming it was over some weird, freaky tentacle porn that the king had. You know, well, yeah.
That's very Japanese, and
no, Koreans do it too. Koreans do it too.
I'm gonna call you out for being the most racist tonight.
Oh, you know what?
You can get away with it, and I've been a gentleman.
I'm sticking by my guns. It was
well
fucking
adjusted
tentacle porn.
All right, fair enough.
No,
for the picture.
I'm gonna paint a broader picture. The Korean dish I really want to try. Go to Queens. They chop off the legs of a squid. And you eat them while they're still moving.
We had that at Akibona. Just they weren't moving. We had squid.
That's just,
it was barbecue.
That was barbecued.
Yeah,
it was delicious. Akibona.
like
great
that.
On Huntington area.
This shit, they just chop the legs off there. Here you go.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah,
Dude,
so they give it to we're doing it. Pound it.
Yeah.
Bam.
All right. I guess we're taking a field trip.
Sado banged another concubine named Yang Yi, and she popped out a child boy. But before that happened, Sado tried to force an abortion on her, probably by feeding some like potion or something. I don't know.
So this would be Sato's son.
She had the kid.
Okay.
But Sado tried to have her abort.
Right. So Sado tried to abort his own would-be son.
Right.
Okay.
And because he was really afraid of his father finding out, because his father got really angry that he had a son and he had girls.
Oh.
So
what is his dad expecting then?
Well, his dad wants to be like fucking top nut. You know what I mean? Have dudes.
But like, what does he expect of his son? Like, it's such an Asian parent thing.
He wants,
like,
he wants his son to not be banging his own whores.
But he still wants grandchildren.
Yeah, no, but he wants women's. He wants his son to be popping out women's because it says something about his sesmans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing?
It's a thing.
Next year, poops out another boy.
A lot of boy pooping tonight.
Yeah.
Strap in.
So the king was pissed off. What does Sado do? He doubles down and gets another courtesan. Ping-ya.
Also incredibly unsurprised.
Yep. And problem with that, though, is that she was his grandmother's lady-in-waiting. Now, all right, so I'll kind of explain it. Like, he wasn't related to her, but she was part of his grandmother's court. So like a servant, kind of like more than a servant. She was noble, but like part of that realm.
Like grandma beat the shit out of her for putting out the wrong outfits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of the Korean society, that was incest
because it's
of
similar court.
Because it's of the same court.
So you're practically married if you work for your grandma. So if you try to bang one of your grandma's servants, it's kind of a no-no. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
King found out about this. Sado freaked out and jumped down a well.
He likes to
jump down a well.
He likes to jump out of things and down things.
Dude, why is this all of a sudden reminding me of Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Surrender?
Cherry.
What is that? I don't know.
You ever read that book?
No.
It's like something they give to New York children. Try to teach them about Chinese Asian culture.
When do they give this to New York children?
When did we figure that out? That was
like third grade,
third or fourth grade.
I wasn't
It's
here
just like
for
a
that.
book that came with a song. It was Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Surrembo, Jolly Jolly Gucci,
Holy fuck, that
Chip
sounds
Cherry Tembo.
Pip Perry Pembo.
Yeah.
That sounds racist as shit. I wasn't in the school.
Very racist.
I was not in the school
no. It
district,
was
no.
like even as a kid, you were like, "This is weird."
fucked.
Like, you know,
Was it on the level of like hyoepsinia?
This was white people trying to say that like Chinese and Japanese people and Korean people, they're all fine. They're just like Dr. Seuss animals.
Oh my god. It's true though.
Yeah, you know what
It
I mean?
is true.
I'm
Yeah,
not making
no,
this
it
up.
is true.
It
Yeah.
was weird, and I knew that going into
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we were more aware as children than our teachers were.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, my friend is fucking... one of my best friends growing up was Japanese, and we fucking probably read the same book together. And I was like, yo, man, sorry
shitty.
for my teacher.
Yeah,
you
so
know
I
what
had
I
to
mean?
read this
Like,
shit. I had to sing a song.
This sounds delightful. I must look into this later.
I'll find it for you.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
yeah. He jumped in the well, right? And I'm thinking, you know, the little rascals, right? You know,
Yeah.
well, look who fell in the well.
Love that episode.
is
Yeah.
a life-threatening situation, and no one seems to take
Well,
it.
guess what? The well was frozen. So he only kind of felt like a little bit. And a guard like saw him just fucking
That's like
probably his head poking out the top of the well.
Oh wow!
Just,
Holy shit!
Like picked him up. I was like, "You're an idiot."
That's like a
go home.
Will Ferrell skit.
Yeah, it's
What
just
a
like,
jump into this fucking ow!
well, since
For
you can't move, I'm
God's
gonna give you a quick mushroom cut before you get out of here.
I'm in a frozen well.
So up until this point, besides just was it defenestrating himself,
Self-defenestration. Yeah, cool.
jumping out of a window,
Cool, man. Good word. Good word.
jumping out of a window, jumping in wells. I don't know if there's a word for well jumping.
Make one up now.
A well escofration.
Great.
That's how when you jump in a well too much.
It's a Korean Wellington.
Korean well.
That is probably on Urban Dictionary already as something horrible.
Might be, actually.
If it isn't, it's one of you ninnies' jobs to make it so.
Yeah,
yeah,
do
we're
it.
not gonna do
Use-
that. Someone else do that.
Use your
Korean
imagination.
Wellington.
Use your imagination. Hit up Urban Dictionary. We'll know this is effective when we see a fucking slot for the Korean Wellington.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna double down. We will record a roast mortem funeral for you. It's like a quick little fucking
a 10-minute
post.
funeral as opposed to
No, like a little post, like a video of us
Oh.
burying you if you do that.
yeah.
Korean
Whatever they
Wellington.
say.
Godspeed. Good luck. What else did they say before the Hunger Games?
I don't know. Anyway, up until this point, like I mentioned before, he was keeping his ghosts and psychotic attacks and beating the servants and fairly under wraps. Besides that, jumping in wells and shit.
And now that he's at the ripe
How do you-
old age of 15, 16 or something.
I think he's around probably around 19 right now.
19 now.
19-ish,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
He's having his midlife crisis now, so he's dying when he's 38.
One day, the king pops by Sado's palace unexpected and found Sado in a state of mental confusion, rambling, yelling, talking to ghosts, and furthermore, the presence of the king made him stutter and like stammer over himself. So he's basically looks like he's drunk.
So,
All right.
Daddy kicked in the door to your room, and you're high.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the problem with that is that Korea was in a period of prohibition, so drinking was highly illegal.
They a dry county. They a dry country.
Yeah, he was a royal. Like, you're not supposed to be drinking. Set an example.
Can you do a modern day analogy? Like, what would be the drug of today in America that would be Korea during its prohibition?
Probably masturbation.
What?
If you jerk off in public, you can get in trubs.
I was
You
picturing...
do, Travis.
I was picturing a 2/3 size Robert Ford, the mayor of Toronto.
Is he still in there?
No, he's dead.
He's dead.
He died at 42.
Yeah, he's not in
dead
there.
boy.
Yeah, but he was doing crack.
Oh, yeah.
He was smoking crack as an active mayor.
Right.
And I'll be honest,
Can't
he's
do
kind of
America.
one of my champions. Someone I really look up to.
You just
Not that I'm gonna try to do crack.
Yeah, don't
take
do
your
crack,
shirt
Tom.
off.
No, I have no intentions of doing crack, but
Be a
he
mayor.
paints with all the colors of the wind
in crack white.
and crack.
Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack white is one of them.
Have you seen the colors of the wind? They're crack white.
Crack's white, I
And then
assume?
some
or
Levon
is it
music comes
off-white
in 'cause-
crack?
Yeah. It is a little off-white. It's like
I assume it's not clean.
it's not eggshell, but it's a little yellowy.
Mm. But he wasn't drunk, though.
Of course
the king
not.
just thought he was because he was showing all those symptoms.
Yeah, it's when
of-
your dad accuses you of being drunk. You're like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Exactly. The king obviously bitched him out. He's like, "Yo, you're drunk,
Standard.
idiot," and then stormed off. Sado went to a blind rage.
Did he jump down something?
He didn't
What
jump.
did he jump
No,
out of something?
He just started throwing shit and fucking chasing around his whores and beating fucking servants.
He's making
and
other things jump.
concubines and lit his palace on fire. Went up in flames. Like, most of it burned down. His pregnant wife at the time with his second child and infant son barely escaped, had minor burns
Jesus fucking Christ.
because he had a fucking hissy fit.
What is his dad doing? Like, laughing? Like, oh man,
Lol.
he's overreacting as shit.
He's just not looking back. He's riding away on some kind of Asian donkey, not looking back.
They had those,
No
yeah.
regrets,
Yeah.
bruh.
He's just
No regrets.
riding away.
I've been saying a lot of crazy shit, but I feel like with any crazy person, there's always like that snap moment. There's like one moment that really flips the fucking switch.
Two extra crates.
Are we not
Two
there
extra
yet?
And I know you're saying like we're not there yet.
We're not there yet, apparently.
Fucking burnt down palaces, jumping out windows, jumping in wells.
Oh boy, what's
beating
next?
people. We're gonna get to his snapping point, which happened in 1756. In the same month, his grandmother and young Joe's legal wife, so not Sado's mom, like the queen,
Right.
died.
Oh.
And he was actually closer with the queen than his mom. And that completely made him fucking break down. He was like...
Off the deep end.
Off the deep end. Snapped. Instantly started, the beatings of eunuchs increased.
Why is that the go-to? Why
I
beating dickless men?
I don't know.
Why you gotta do that?
Because they already hit rock.
Why
We're
you
right
gotta-
there.
They already hit
so
rock
you
bottom.
don't keep them there.
And now...
They don't care. They bounce back.
They
easy, is what I'm
they
saying.
have
They're lower
nerve
the ground.
ending. They have nerve endings. They care if
Not
they
their
get
dick
curb
and
stuff.
balls.
And now, if any of the ladies in waiting, courtesans, whores, whatever you call them, denied him immediately, he would just rape them. Straight
Ooh,
up rapey.
Shit.
He just became a rapist.
Sounds like a young Che Guevara.
Yeah. Well,
What's his age right now? 20. I'll say
He's like
22.
30?
30.
He's 30 at this point?
Wait, I forgot when he was born.
He's
I don't know
fucking
that.
you fucking Peter Panned him. He's just an 8-year-old to me for the
Yeah,
rest of this episode.
he's still a child. I don't think he's our age.
He's
yet.
mentally. Is it safe to say he's mentally a child for the rest of his life?
I would say someone that's put in that position would never be able to grow up.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's like I don't want to grow up.
If you're
I got
afraid of your
Jeffrey
dad when you're
dollars.
30, if your dad can convince you to burn your palace down at 30,
Yeah.
you in rough waters already. So.
Yeah, no, he's definitely younger than us now. And now he actually began drinking.
Now he does.
Yeah, he's like, hey, well, my dad thought I was drinking, so fuck it. Might as well start drinking.
Oh man, did you ever do that with masturbating? Like, my parents are in the under room thinking I'm jerking off right now. I might as well be jerking off right fucking now. Everyone
Yeah.
thinks I'm doing this already.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, fuck that shit. And on that point, he started having very late night massive orgies.
Good choice.
There's no other time to have them.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows how many of those people were voluntary participants?
Consensual.
Oh, yeah.
Consensual participants in these orgies?
Would you say he was
Is it crazy?
mass raping?
Yeah, put him in that book.
Okay,
Probably
who
put him in that
agrees to an orgy with a crazy arsonist? There's no takers in that line, so I'm gonna say
Some people get off on that.
Oh, okay.
Some people get off on
All
that.
right,
Well,
Trav.
hey,
Right.
Hey, chicks, you want to come to an orgy? Do I have a choice? Nah. Nah, gals.
No, dude.
No, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. What do
No,
you think
bro.
this is?
Don't run.
Dude, you trying to harsh my mellow, bro? One day, he was in a very particularly foul mood and decided it'd be a great law if he beheaded a eunuch in front of his wife and fellow women.
All right, how much shit of a man are you gonna chop off?
He already took his balls and
He's
dick.
already not
Cock and balls.
Yeah, he's already not all there.
You took the king's head, now you're going to take the
Yeah,
actual head.
yeah.
If that
What
was
is-
me, I would say start with the head.
Yeah,
Me too.
that man's
Very
head
true.
was chopped off twice.
Very true.
That man's head was chopped off twice.
Then he decided to parade around the house with the head, just holding around. Like,
Eunuch head.
Yeah, eunuch head. Like he's in the
I-
fucking Where the Wild Things
I
Go with a
feel
lantern.
like that should give you like +6 magic.
Yeah, that sounds like,
A eunuch head.
I don't know, that sounds like Magic the Gathering meets Florida State.
So, yeah, that's just Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, it makes you
on-
think they
on
must
basketballs.
play. Yeah, they must play Magic in Florida.
Yeah, they do.
Some of them do.
They must.
Lady Heijo mentioned that in her memoirs that wasn't the first time she saw a severed head.
Korea.
Going forward.
Yeah.
Korean
With
royalty, man.
The killings became way more frequent. In fact, a daily occurrence going on now.
The killings.
The killings.
became
Yeah.
more. That's a bad line in any story.
Yep. Sado at the slightest bit of anger would kill off a servant or whore, and this meant either swift or sometimes not so swift. And
That's such an Asian bad guy thing.
yeah,
Like, you bring me bad news, you dead.
I'm just
Like, you saw, like, always, like, the shogunate, the evil shogunate, it always kills, like, the messenger that just brings them bad news.
His wife explained in her memoirs, this was a quote from him, that it relieved my pent-up anger to kill people or animals when I'm feeling depressed or on edge. Yeah.
Cool, man. Let it out. Yeah, express yourself.
Yeah, bro. It got to the point where multiple bodies would have to be removed from his palace every morning.
And I assume he had servants do that for him.
Probably.
And then he beat them for not doing it fast enough.
Yeah. The Thunder God told me no.
Jan, what am I going to do with all these dead bodies? Call Two Brothers Crematorium. They'll pick them up at your house.
Yeah, there must have been one guy that it was his job to like lug out a corpse.
Hey, Joe, get rid of this body.
Hey, Joe, corpse lugger.
Survivors of Sado's attacks noticed something particular, that he was in kind of these like semi-lucid states during the murders, right?
The best
the
state
rapes.
to be in for murder
Right.
/
So
rape.
he wouldn't remember his son or wife, or sometimes even where he was. And then after the insanity subsided, he'd go back to this like mild-mannered, timid,
Convenient.
yeah, a little
Convenient.
schizophrenic.
That's scarier
It's
than a
manic.
guy who just comes across aggressive.
Right.
It's manic depressive, nearly.
Yeah. Sado's servants weren't the only one that faced the brunt of his murderous rages. His family and friends also got to get a little touch of this.
All right, so he's an equal opportunity fucker.
Exactly. He wants to incorporate everyone into his realm of... he's embracing himself.
Yep.
He's coming out of his shell right now.
You get a beating. You get a check under your seat. You get a beating.
His wife was a focus of a lot of his beatings.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Waifu.
In fact, there was one that was so vicious where he beated Hejion over the head with a chessboard to the point where her eye almost fell out.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's brutal as fuck.
Yeah,
eye fall
we're
out
getting
is
real
not good.
real brutal, right?
With a chessboard.
When she was unconscious, his rage shifted to his second courtesan, Pena, who
It just trickles down, doesn't it?
the beatings were so bad that the next day she died.
The
She's
courtesan
dead.
She died. The courtesan.
So he nearly blinded his waifu and killed the courtesan.
Yep.
It's not so nice.
It's not nice. He's a not nice boy.
Yeah.
And the abuse for his wife continued to the fact where she'd have to like conceal her bruises when she went to, court events.
Yeah, I walked into a Nerf football.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I
A lot
fell
of
down.
explaining.
Yeah, I fell down
Yeah.
some Nerf stairs.
He had also taken a liking towards his half sister, Haiwan.
High one Ipsinia.
Yeah, Princess Haiwan.
Why did I know you could?
He would regularly stalk her palace, make sexual advances towards her, and when she rejected him, as you would, he'd return home and kill a bunch of his servants.
As you would your brother.
Oh my god. Also imagine his type of sexual advances. Now I'm just painting a picture here.
Let me see
Tom
this
stood up.
picture.
We're doing a thing.
Standing, your hands are behind your back, and you go, "Hey, Huffa sis, you look at my penis.
What are you doing?
You look at my penis right now."
Ooh, it's so good.
He's like, "No, you get out of here, Sado. It's no good." And then that's when he kills.
That's when he's a killer boy.
He doesn't like the no good, but he just stands there.
You know what the awkward
Hands
fucking
behind
thing
his back.
is? Like all this rapey, like murderous shit came out when his mom died, right?
Not his mom.
His
Mother figure, though.
yeah,
his,
and his grandmother.
The king's
his ma
wife.
figure.
The king's.
So it kind of makes you like wonder like what her presence had that
Right.
kept this shit in check.
I mean, he was
Probably
also
a good smack in the face.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking like maybe like he fancied her to a point where
Maybe the ghosts were just like, hey, guess what?
there's ghosts
probably kill
involved.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ghosts and thunder gods involved in this shit, dog.
Ghost thunder gods, eunuchs, whores. Good episode, Travis.
Yeah, dog. I like the
this.
full
Yeah, this is-
spectrum.
Yeah.
See, there's some really golden stories that come out of Asia that we need to tap into.
We're tapping in, yeah.
We're tapping right now.
Magical.
It's like the maple syrup of Asia.
soy sauce.
The people?
The soy sauce. Soy sauce.
Yeah.
Shoyu.
There were a bunch of events in 1762 that led up to the king finally stepping in to Sado's.
Oh, he's still kicking around.
Yeah, the
I
king-
assumed this craziness popped off because he wasn't in the picture
The
anymore.
king's probably like 34.
No, he only
No.
looks like that because he's Asian, you fucker.
It's really hard to tell, actually.
You're a racist, Tom. All you need is a cabin and nephews.
I'm observant. I'm not racist.
He's actually an old boy.
How old is the boy?
That was a Korean joke.
Oh, great
old
film.
boy, old boy, yo, old boy.
Yep.
All right, so 1762 was a big year for him. This is when all the fucking shit kind of finally caved in.
It's
People
not there yet. How?
Well, no,
you
they
keep
don't-
telling like, oh, snapping point incoming.
Well, no, I
shit's
said-
about to hit the.
Bro,
like
I
this
said
is the,
that-
this is the 9th time
Yeah.
this shit's gonna hit this guy's fan, Travis.
Right. Like,
okay.
I said he had a snapping point, but no one knew besides in his, like, you know, he kept, like, a fucking gag order on his palace.
Okay.
So no one knew about shit that was going on in his
Covert
palace.
rapist.
Right? So, like, all these rapes and orgies and fucking killing. Like, Mr. Joe fucking corpse man would just drag him out back and, like, we're done.
Throw him in the garden.
Yeah.
What am I?
Throw him in the koi pond.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So there are these events that led up to the king finally stepping in, right? First, his mother had visited him at his palace, came back to the royal court crying, saying that his son was a monster.
He is.
Her son was a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really know what she saw. Probably more killings.
Saw some shit.
Saw some shit.
Probably the pile of bodies. She
Yeah.
probably saw that one.
Probably that.
Sorry, Ma.
Then young Joe, the king, young Joe, received a formal complaint from a minister of a church that Sado was banging a nun.
Can't bank nuns.
Can't bang the nuns.
Wow.
What did young Joe do?
Bang nuns.
Probably beat on his chest.
He's
Sorry.
not Mighty Joe Young.
I know. I'm having a hard time
Yeah,
separating that.
No, the king tortured and executed the minister
Oh, okay.
because
yeah.
you know
Asian
the apple
dad,
doesn't fall far
Asian
from the
dad.
tree.
Yeah.
Asian
You
dad.
know, right?
It's like my son's perfect. You're dumb and fucked up.
This is a more extreme version of just getting like a letter from the IRS or something and just throwing in the garbage. You know? Just gotta ignore these problems.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
It's fine. How you doing? My name's Young Joe.
What's the worst
How
that's
you
gonna happen?
doing?
back Texas, whatever.
Bloody minister.
He also got caught breaking into his half sister's palace with the clear intention of raping her.
Ah, yeah, clear.
Like one of those pants down,
Yeah.
rock hard.
Wow.
Hey, what's going on? Hey. He had like
use his
fluffer butter.
Fucking 13-year-old dick as a shimmy to crack the window open.
Where do you keep your cervix?
Then he had also been caught porking a recently widowed noblewoman.
Oh yeah, like
And
at
then-
the funeral.
And yeah,
On the
right at the
coffin.
funeral. Then threatened to kill his brother-in-law, who is somehow related to her.
All right, I think stop.
Over this
You
love
you were
relationship.
trying to do research and you dozed off, and a Game of Thrones episode was playing, right?
Pretty much Korean.
Does sound like
I was
Korean-
actually watching
Yeah,
Game of
you-
Thrones in Korean.
Yeah, you got up into the weird
Yeah.
channel numbers and got the Korean version of Game of Thrones. this
And
is
then George R.R. Martin showed up.
what- oh god,
And he ate 7 bags of popcorn and fell asleep.
yeah,
Mm,
fucking
George
idiot.
R.
remember he
Stupid fucking-
remember he got killed in Sharknado 3.
Your hat's
He did.
stupid.
Yeah,
Your
he's
hat
got a
is-
dumb
Your
hat.
hat is dumb, George
So-
R.R. Martin.
You're
if
from
that is your real name, who has 2 R's as a middle
you're
name?
from
It's
Jersey.
Fucking fraud.
It's probably like Prince R.R. Sado.
Yeah, it's stupid idiot.
What? J.K. Rowling.
Railroad.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
It's George R.R.
yeah, George R.R. Thanks, buddy. No one cares about you.
On top of all that shit,
Uh-huh.
there were rumors spreading that Sado wanted to kill his own father
I wonder why.
because
Why?
he's killing everyone else.
I mean, and why not start with your dad if your dad's a huge?
Got to work your way up to it.
The king was in a little bit of a pickle. It's a little pickle.
What a sentence,
Tiny little pickle.
Travis. I love
King
your
was in a pickle.
sentences.
Kind of a little pickle.
You have good sentences
I mean, I don't think, he was a maniac, right?
and a pickle.
And a pickle.
Mhm.
But, like, I don't think the king helped the situation at all.
No, he's the
Yeah.
reason for he spawned the devil doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe if he showed him a little compassion. Hey, little Sado, you're a good boy.
What's my grown-up sperm doing now?
Yeah. Wow. What did I
Whoa,
blast
wow.
in this time?
Yeah.
What did I blast in this? What a question to ask yourself first thing in the morning. God, what did I
Some satirists.
blast in this time? That's a duvet.
So Sado's real mother That's a two. Wait, are you? Wait.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
such a delayed reaction.
Whoa. So wait, so you're blasting past the fact that I have a hole in my mattress and I fuck it sometimes.
This is a different
He does
episode
fuck his
from that.
mattress.
Yeah,
This
dog.
is a different episode.
Sexual
from
prowess.
What episode is that?
I don't know.
Dillinger?
I don't know.
We're talking about
Fuck my
fucking
mattress,
mattresses.
dog. Getting
that. Travis,
hard.
duvet is French. It's classy.
This
Pinky
episode
up.
is brought to you by Casper
Pinky up.
Mattresses with a
It's
hole in
not.
No, what?
Say that,
All right,
man.
if you guys really want a great Casper mattress, send it to Roastmortemcast. We will dig a hole out for you,
No.
them. Yeah,
and then we'll send it to your house.
we'll send it back to you.
With a
Might have
hole
been
in
you.
it?
I test all of them personally.
Yes.
So, you know.
Okay. Casper mattresses. They weren't water beds when we got them.
Sado's mom begged the king to deal with her son for the sake of her grandchildren's welfare.
Yeah, Mr. Rapey set shit on Fireville.
Yeah.
He needs to be dealt with.
Makes sense. So the king couldn't, while the king could depose his son, whatever punishment he dealt to Sado would affect his wife and child.
Mm-hmm.
And Sado's mom didn't want them to be dealt. You know, she realized they're not at fault. It's the dickhead that's at fault.
Yeah, sins of your father.
You know what I
type
mean?
Deal.
And if he had Sado straight up executed, the rule of the court was that he himself would be dethroned because he's like extinguishing his line.
Oh, right.
You know,
So it's contractual
It's
stuff.
all about the
Right.
lineage.
Yeah.
exactly. So he was kind of in a little pickle, and him and his concubine Sado's mom came up with a plan.
So hold on. Can we infer like there's no other brother or cousin that would take the throne should Sado not ascend?
They're
So-
sisters.
You said dad had
yeah.
sisters.
So there's
Yeah.
no male heir. He's the only male heir, which is why all this fuss is being made.
and I
as those Asians do, they don't pass off to female folk
Well,
back in the day.
I think the sisters could become queen.
Yep,
in some
sure,
respects.
but who cares?
There
I'm
was
not
a-
saying they wouldn't have power,
right.
but they're
The male is more important. They want
throughout
yeah.
history, the men in power have been very rude to the woman.
Yeah.
We are not PC yet.
We're also not those people,
Well, yeah, I love Angela Merkel.
but that's the way it was.
Angela Merkel, I want to smooch you.
I don't know. She
No,
probably
she's
tastes
got
like-
that bob.
Yeah,
like
she's
tastes
probably-
like bratwurst.
Yeah, bratwurst.
No, it just
Fucking
tastes like
soft
bowl
tea.
cut. Yeah, what does bowl cut taste like?
Yeah, but no, I think women have got the wrong stick
Throughout history, but here we are now.
Young Joe called Sado to this courtroom, and he asked Sado. He said, "Why are you committing all this debauchery and the murders and the fucking crimes and all this shit?" Sado cried out, "I'm in pain,
Oh.
and you are my father, and you don't love me."
So it's an anime.
Yeah,
It's officially an anime.
it turned into Attack on Titan.
This is great.
Oh my god.
And does anyone care right now?
Well, the king thrust his sword into the ground, deposed Sado as the crown prince
Okay.
right off the bat.
You're done.
You're done. You blew it. You ruined it. Go home.
You stupid idiot.
Fucking daddy issues,
Go microwave your
man.
dick.
Go.
What was that?
Put the tinfoil on first,
Yeah.
Ooh.
so it pops more. Next, he didn't tell him to go home. I said go home, but he was like, stick around. I got some more things for you.
Then go home.
Then go home. Next, he ordered a rice box to the throne room and had that rice box emptied in front of Sado. A rice box made of like thick wood, right? To keep the rice dry.
Mm-hmm.
It was roughly 4 by 4 by 4 feet
Cube.
in size.
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
box.
Pretty big. I mean, he's a king. He's got a lot of rice.
He's got a lot
It's
of
Asia.
box.
Got a lot of box. Got a lot of rice.
And you need
He's
to
got a
keep
lot of
that
everything.
rice somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And if you're a king, you're not putting it in a sack.
I don't care what your nationality is.
You're
You
putting
need to
it
put
in
your
a
rice
box.
somewhere.
You gotta put it.
You gotta put your rice somewhere.
Gotta
If
put
you
it
have
somewhere.
rice, be responsible with it. Don't
Put
be
it.
an idiot.
Don't leave it in the street.
Don't rice and drive.
Yeah, don't be a filthy
Geezers
peasant.
need excitement. They also need rice so they can provide for their family.
Yeah.
Common sense. Simple common sense. It's the streets reference.
Hey, look, our British viewership's up this episode.
Oh goodness.
Hi, how you guys doing?
The king then ordered Sado to get into the box.
Get in the-
Sado kicked and screamed and begged and, I don't want to go in the box.
Of course.
Don't want to go in the box.
No one,
course, yeah,
no one
I'm
ever
not-
goes in the box.
Yeah, don't go in the box. Eventually, he was forced in the box.
So the rice out,
Rice is out. Sado's
sun
in the box.
Yeah, rice out, sun in.
sealed it. He sealed the box with thick rope. Tied it down.
And it's already thick wood.
Thick wood,
Thick rope.
thick hardwood,
Yeah.
hardwood, and thick hard rope.
Ropes are coming off the wood.
He then decided to move the box into the palace courtyard. And keep in mind, this was July and a very exceptionally hot summer
Korean
in
July.
Korea.
Okay.
I'm getting hot thinking about it.
Yeah. Left him there for a while. Days.
Okay.
Days.
All right.
Sado screamed for about 8 days straight. And then eventually it stopped.
Wonder why?
Because it's dead.
Oh.
He died?
He died
Oh.
in that box.
Box
So-
death.
Just kind of thinking like Glenn Close being thrown in there by Dustin Hoffman and Hook
Oh,
in
shit.
a box, minus the scorpion. Still pretty hot day in Neverland.
It's like Cask of Amontillado almost.
Yeah, just throw him in there.
Box him in.
Yeah, box him in. You're done. You stupid on wine.
Yeah, it's just a blew it.
So that's how our boy dies?
Stay out of boxes.
That is how he died.
Box.
Because of death. Box.
Box.
Box death. First box death.
True.
On the show, yes.
Yeah.
There's probably many more before.
On
that.
the 8th day, young Joe restored Sado's position to crown prince.
Oh, cool.
So
Silver lining.
the loophole was that young Joe did not kill him.
Uh-huh.
He died of starvation.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that whole I didn't fucking kill him.
It's probably.
Right, he killed
Hydration
himself. He was in a
first,
box. I swore it was filled
Yeah,
with ice.
well,
He
yeah,
should've
yeah,
been
right.
fine.
It was weird. I left him in there alive.
It came out
He
dead.
came out dead.
Yeah.
Swear, Your Honor. swear.
Schrodinger's son.
Except instead of being half dead, he's all dead, baby.
He's all dead prince.
You're a dead ass
dead
idiot.
from the neck up and the neck
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
One freaky thing, I mentioned that thunder god.
yeah.
Thunderstorm, 8th day.
Did it
Oh,
save
so freaky.
So hard.
imaginary friend? He's got imaginary Pikachu. Fuck off.
How many times do you think he jerked off in the box?
I'd say probably like 7.
2?
7,
Okay, 2. I said 2.
Okay, I was going to say 5. That's kind of like...
I say
No, I mean,
Because there's no you dehydrated quick
I don't know
after
if they
like
know
2.
enough about science.
yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Yeah.
You might be dehydrated after 2, and then you just might like shoot dust after that.
I was gonna say if he was smart, he would have ate his cum because then he could have lasted an extra day. Well, the king was very benevolent, right? He was far from Sado, right? Like he
was.
respected law and order. He fucking found his little loophole around killing his son. Killed his own son.
He had a past.
What is
Right.
that? What is that called? Fratricide, infanticide? No.
It's infanticide, right?
If it was a baby, I don't know.
Well,
what
he's still a baby
what's
idiot.
sonicide?
He's a baby son child.
It's a baby.
Let's call it
dumb baby.
sonicide.
Sonicide.
So
Sonicide.
how old is he when he died? Do we have a...
I didn't do the math on it.
Cody, quick. Because of Asian.
It's got the weird Asian -1 thing
All
going
right.
on.
Give or take.
1735 to 1762.
That's 27.
27.
Yeah.
-1 if they got the weird Asian math
Yeah,
going.
or
27 or 26.
Yeah, something like that.
The king was very benevolent, and he decided that all of Sado's eunuchs, court guards, servants, and shamans needed to be mass executed
Cool,
Wow.
man.
because they were tainted by Sado.
Oh, right. Now he can cut all of his ties to
Yeah.
Sado's
Yeah, because-
safe.
Remember, he used to shower whenever he talked to Sado, so of
Right.
course anyone that was around him must have, of course, been just worthy of execution.
Yeah. So, I mean, they probably would have died a worse death if Sado was alive, but at the same time, it's like,
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
the king's
true.
just gonna fucking whack you all.
I didn't
whack you
even
off.
apply for this job.
Did the king whack him professionally?
Probably.
Courteously.
They use the words executed, not tortured and
Okay.
beaten.
Okay, so definitely you want to die by young Joe's hand.
Yeah.
and Sato's hand.
He also kept his word on his wife, Haeyeon. I think I've said her name different ways every time I've said her name.
Let's
this
see which
entire
one's
episode.
right.
Whatever. Let me know.
Yeah.
She was kept alive, but she was stripped
Hey.
of she was stripped of her nobility,
Oh,
and her son, Changjo, was taken from her, and the rest of her life she lived as a commoner.
All right. That's not so bad.
alive.
Not bad. She's
Alive.
That's
alive.
like the end of a lot of movies.
Yeah, she's like,
You know?
I feel so alive for the very first time. I can't deny you.
Oh,
I was a queen.
God.
I ordered a fucking spaghetti the other week. It was egg noodles and catsup.
What is it?
You know what I mean? So the next in succession was Princess Haiwan,
Hey,
the one he tried to rape.
So look, hey,
Right.
female successor, cool.
Female successor. She was demoted, then exiled, and then poisoned.
Okay, so just being around this guy got you dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving Changzhou, Sado's son, to inherit the throne after Young Ji died. Young
so
Zhou
that's
died.
Young Joe's grandson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Young Zhou constructed a proper funerary temple for his father, which is still standing today. You can visit it in Korea. Ooh. Pardoned him of all of his crimes and began circulating this rumor that Sado's thirst for blood was a lie and that his grandfather had like kind of constructed this whole false.
Oh, conspiracy.
Yeah.
So Sado might have been maybe a soft boy.
Might have been a soft boy, but thanks to his wife's memoirs, we actually know the truth. He was a dangus.
He was a dangus. 100% dangus.
100% dangus. And that is the story of Sado Crown Prince.
Holy
Boy.
fucking shit, Travis.
Travis, thank you for doing all the research.
I was gonna say I was hard the whole time, but there was a lot of terrible shit.
Yeah, there was.
Usually I'm pretty hard when I write these scripts.
Weirded out.
Yeah. It's
I
good
was
stuff.
pretty soft most of it.
Got soft like
Yeah.
a noodle, boy.
If you're hard at home, send us a doodle. Not a
Yeah,
picture, because we might get
doodle.
in trouble for that, but send us a doodle of what's going on.
Just email us anything.
Yeah,
really.
you could
It
just
doesn't
talk
matter.
to us. We
Yeah.
just want to hear your voice.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah,
You
dog.
can reach out to us at roastmortemcast@gmail.com if you want to be personal.
Yeah.
But don't do that.
What do
We
you
don't
guys
mind.
What do you guys think about Sado? I mean, he's all around dirtbag, right?
Yeah, that was a fierce dirtbag. It was one of those situations where it's just like he had a dirtbag aura, and if you stayed in it too long, you just got raped or killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like some of the people I went to high school with.
We went to high school with.
Yeah. Stupid idiots.
Yeah.
You know the ones. Yeah.
You know 'em. Everyone went to high
Yeah,
school.
that
Anyone
guy.
who listens to this podcast is on the in. You know what we're talking about. How are ya? How's the evening?
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
Fuck you if you don't listen to us.
Yeah. Oh, if you're a new listener, thank you for changing.
Hey, you're cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's a dangus.
Yeah, so Sado Moore.
Sado more. That's our episode.
Say
Yes,
the
thank you.
masochistic.
Oh man, that guy. I'm actually really sad.
Yeah, it was a little dark. This is
I
a
had
little
hard time,
darker.
Like at the end of that episode, if you notice, listeners, I was kind of like quiet towards the end because I was sad,
I mean,
and not for him, for other people.
I don't want to get too deep because I think this podcast is not about getting deep.
No.
It's about getting hard.
Yeah, it is.
The deepest we get is 6
But I
feet,
feel like
baby.
if this dude existed today, he would probably have like a legitimate like mental disorder.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it just wasn't attended to.
he'd be on like
It was
Maury.
like it was just these like stupid 18th century people just like, yeah, he's a fucking nut job, but he's a prince. So would you let him do what he do?
He's got a thunder deity imaginary friend. That's cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's kind of how, if I had to make a modern day comparison, it would probably be like Pop John's son Bo.
Stop.
Pop John's son Bo.
who was in the house?
Who was in the house. I'm not saying he's raping or killing anyone, but he's got that complex.
Definitely
Maybe-
playing Xbox a little.
Maybe
too long.
orgies.
He's got like 7 Xbox Live accounts.
Just keeps
7
getting
of them.
banned.
Getting banned.
He's playing Fortnite, bro.
Yeah,
This is
Fortnite.
sick. This is sick.
Got that Guy Fieri fucking skin.
I'm on fire.
How much would you pay for a Guy Fieri skin?
$42.
That's steep.
Yeah,
Fuck.
$42
All
for
right
me.
then.
That's my maximum.
Guess-
That's what you do. When you negotiate, you put all your cards on the table. You
Guess
be very
what?
honest with the
Guess
person.
what? You buy that skin, then you could run around the supermarket for free and steal all your dinners.
I'd be intimidated if a Guy Fieri skin like chased me down on Fortnite.
I'd be upset.
It'd be psychological advantages.
Well, that was fun. Interesting Korean episode.
Hey,
Yeah, it was like
That
the
is
medieval
just
times.
not right.
It was medieval times, but in Asia.
it's not medieval. It's 17th
I
century,
know,
dog.
but
This
it
is
was
like
like-
when we were a country, or starting to be.
I know, but it was like
Before.
Asianese. It was Asianese medieval.
Yeah.
it's not medieval.
Maybe. I don't know. Listen to this Asian
Travis,
guy being
work with me.
racist about Asians. Can't believe it. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the Roast Mortem podcast. You've been
Yeah.
listening to the Sado coverage.
Yeah, dog.
It's great.
And you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Saunched, SAUNTCHT.
I'm Travis. You can follow me at Travis Legion with 2 E's.
Thank you.
Leeg on that.
And I am Cody McCann.
That was Korean.
I am Cody McCann. You can follow me at Cody McCann, CODYMCCANN.
And reach out to all three of us at RoastMortemCast on Instagram or Twitter.
Boom.
And you know the deal.
Get those
We
obituaries
will get
in.
your obituaries. We will kill you
Yeah.
for fun.
For free
And not in a
Free and
creepy
for fun.
Sado way, like in a cool.
Yeah,
You're
cool
gonna
way.
die in mayonnaise.
You're gonna wake up
or
the
you're
next day
gonna-
and be like, I'm so glad I got killed by them boys.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got killed by men of such chest hair. I'm so glad
I got nothing.
Yeah.
with the men of these gumptions.
Somebody,
No chest hair.
somebody died on our obituaries from having too big of a dick.
Yeah, that was
That
crazy.
is, yo, that's a
crazy.
great way to
you
go.
Want you want to have a big dick? You talk to us. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Danky Shane.
Danky.
See you guys.
Shane.
Bye.
Bye. Oopie.
Hi there. Do you like what you just heard? We'd like to hear back from you.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, that's
At
it.
Roast Mortem Cast.
Yeah, that's right.
That's us.
And if you tag us on either one of those social platforms, we will write an obituary for you.
You sexy corpse, you.
Yeah, write in. We're going to write an obituary for you. Make sure you tell a friend. Give us a subscription.
Yeah, let us know how we're doing. How you're doing, too. I want to know how I'm doing, how you're doing.
It's just a good old no one doing fest.
Yeah.
No one doing fest. That's right.
Don't do it. Do it
Yeah.
for me.
Stick around right now for some obituaries and some outtakes.
Here we go.
Oh, shit. Some people died. Ghost child. Hey, everyone. We made it to the end of the episode. Yeah.
We made it.
You made it. And now we're going to do some obituaries.
Congratulations. It's time for you to know.
You had tweeted at us. In this case, everyone tweeted at us.
Tweetins.
All tweets.
Or you can Instagram us
Yeah, dog.
At Roast Mortem Cast.
at Roast Mortem Cast.
At Roast Mortem.
And you will get a custom obituary. Tom, who's the first obituary person?
our first boy in the grave is a good friend of ours. His name is Steve.
Oh, shit.
Steve actually works with Frog's Milk on the video game. Me, Cody, and Micah getting shit done.
Senor Steve.
Senor Steve.
Hell
Yes, we
yeah.
all know Steve. So I guess Steve, he was listening in and tweeted at us, "Thank you, Roast Mortem Cast, for keeping me from roast boredom at my desk."
Oh, that's lovely.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Good pun.
And now you're dead, my friend.
Oh, shit.
So this,
What you get.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint a picture of Steve for you. Steve is a sexual man. When he walks in the room, his knees enter first. You
I've
know what I
seen it.
mean? So what happens is Steve is on the job. He works for the electric company in Long Island. And he's walking around. He's the guy who tells people how to put their electric together. He's got the smarts. So he walks into a room that's under construction, and there's lovely ladies that are working there. Hard hats, all wet and soaking, and
His knees were hard.
Yeah, his knees were blasted hard.
Hard hats for hard heads.
But due to union regulations, he decided he'd rather not hit on any of them because he's a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
Also, OSHA.
That's right. But that didn't stop him from going into the porta potty and rubbing one out. So we got Steve just rubbing one out in the porta potty, and all of a sudden, head contractor comes in, poof, hits Steve, who's in the porta potty jerking off
What?
so fast in his Ford F-150.
Oh, in a
Steve-
car, vehicular.
Yeah. He's driving in. Steve.
Because I thought the
Million
head
miles an
contractor
hour.
just socked Steve while he was mid-wank.
No.
That'd be awkward.
That would be weird, yeah. Open the door. No, he hits him so fast that the porta potty turns into a time machine,
Oh.
but only on the inside.
Okay.
You TARDISed it on me.
Yeah,
So he's just traveling through time, but he can't see any of it because he's in the portus.
yeah.
Just shitting.
He can't see any of it, and also he's getting younger.
Oh, shit.
He's getting younger.
That must be
He
awkward
flies
because,
through time.
like, if
Like his body is like regressing to like a more childhood state. Like the turds in him are just like staying the same size. So he's just,
God.
So he's just getting
shit.
tight. Like, ooh, what's this feeling? I'm getting small.
Yes, exactly. Through the air, he turns into an 8-year-old.
So he's about my height. He's a very tall man.
He's a very tall boy.
Especially at
He
8
turns
years
into-
old.
He turns into an 8-year-old crashing through a Subway sandwich shop.
Oh shit!
And guess who's there working on a promo?
I don't.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes, Jared Fogle.
Hey, Jared. How'd you get out?
So 8-year-old Steve lands right in Jared Fogle's lap.
Who the fuck let Jared out?
And since no one can identify Steve because of the time shift, Jared brings him home.
Oh.
Jared did not like boys.
Now Jared was a little kid toucher.
Yeah.
And right now I'm gonna paint a picture of Steve fighting the dragon. Steve figures out what's going on because he still has his mature brain. He's not happy. He's in Jared Fogle's mansion, and there's a greased up Jared Fogle running around after him.
I almost pooped myself there.
He's got all of his serrated blades that are usually used on honey wheat bread that he's chasing a Steve who refuses to submit to him. So now he's murderous. You have a murderous
Steve.
Jared Fogle child toucher chasing our friend Steve with
Fight
no hair
Steve.
on his body.
Who has
the
no
house.
hair on his body? Both of them?
Both
Both of them,
now.
okay.
yeah.
I mean, Steve doesn't,
is
because
8.
when you go back
Okay.
in time, you know, you're just
All right.
naked now.
Yeah.
Hairless Steve.
So Steve's running around the house, and they meet at the top of the house.
Do they lock eyes?
Yes, Steve is avoiding Jared. When all of a sudden Jared pops up, there's an on-guard move. Quickly, Steve does one of those spinning backflip things that Chinese people do in movies.
Oh shit!
I've
know
seen
what?
that. That's cool.
Crashing
Very
Tiger,
cool.
Hidden Dragon.
Yes, just that. And knocks Jared Fogle into his marinara-filled pool,
No.
where he meets his demise. But unfortunately as well, young Steven has fallen from the roof in a heroic gesture, if you would.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
amazing.
Like the opposite of the guy in Die Hard when he falls off the building.
Yeah, like Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber,
yeah,
but backwards.
He's not scared. Like Steve's just like, I did right by the
Did it.
world because we're going back in time, so he's saving.
when Fogel like dropped into his marinara bath, did he do like the Terminator like thumbs up as he was dissolving? And
Yeah, except it
the
was his-
clearly
it was
and
his-
overtly acidic marinara.
it's just his dick. So thank you, Steve, for saving a parallel universe from that kid toucher.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
But and
Good job,
I will
Steve.
miss you very much, and now you're dead, and I will see you on Monday.
Cody, who's up next?
Up next, we got Christina Joy, or is that Christina Joy? Travis, this is your handwriting.
Christiana.
Christiana Joy. Cool, thank you. That is actually spelled right. Sorry for misspelling that.
Yeah,
or
dog.
misenunciating that earlier.
Hey.
Hey, she's a Hawaii girl, just like me.
You're a
Just
Hawaii
like
girl?
me. A Hawaii girl, just like me.
Aloha, Mikalika-hi, how you go?
That is not what my people do.
Yeah, they're blue people.
I'm blue, I'm a Hawaii. Hada.
She's on the island of Hilo. That's awesome. That's where my mom is. That's pretty cool.
Oh shit.
Dank
And
Island.
she said, "OMG, where has this been my whole life? Fucking brilliant." And that was on Twitter in reference to our show.
I don't know if we're brilliant. I'd say we're probably
Let's
the furthest.
prove her wrong this episode.
As your friend, I'm gonna say that I'm brilliant.
I'll agree. And she suggested over Twitter we take a stab at Brian Douglas Wells. That might be an explosive episode.
Who is that fellow?
He, if I'm not mistaken, he was Mr. I'm gonna cuff a bomb to your neck and ask you to do things.
Oh, that was that gentleman.
Yeah.
What a spooky boy.
I might be wrong, but I think that's who that is.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
We'll do some research on that.
I do very much like our audience suggestions.
Yeah, me too.
And they
love
will
it.
all be coming. We will cover all of them because that's what we do here.
I'll
It
cover
just
all
might
of
take
it
a
all.
while,
Yeah.
so hang in there.
And this is how Miss Joy met her end. Lives in Hawaii. Very, very steamy. It's a hot place in Hawaii.
It's a hot.
It's a hot, but when it's not hot, it's damp. And when it's damp, the goddamn mosquitoes come out after you. So she went outside when it was damp, and she just got bites all over her body. And these are not good mosquitoes, by the way. Malaria. I know Hawaii does their best to combat malaria, but they got malaria. She got malaria from
the
the
malarious?
swarm of mosquitoes.
How many skeeters was on her?
1,337.
Okay.
These were wheat mosquitoes.
oh
Oh, I
shit.
see.
That's actually not a lot to kill a person.
Yeah, but they're Hawaiian
1,337 million mosquitoes. Let's we'll go there.
That would kill me. Or
Yeah.
make several delicious bug burgers.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Let's grind them up.
but these gave her malaria, broke out instantaneously into a fever on an already steamy Hawaiian day. Hawaii, very close to the equator, most southern state.
So you can
Union.
you can just basically make White Castle sliders anywhere you go if it's that steamy.
You could make White Castle sliders off of the gutter if you wanted to.
I'm going to Hawaii for that reason.
I know you are.
Already overheated because of the weather and the fever from the malaria. She gets drenched in molten pumice just because, that happens in Hawaii. Like, it's in the daily forecast. Lava bombs incoming. And these 3 heating elements made her have a heat stroke and fall down and knock her head.
Oh,
Wow, she had a Hawaiian special right there.
she died from wheat. The wheat. Let me ask you something.
What?
Where does the Hawaiian Punch guy come in and save her?
Yeah, he comes in towards the end and just dribbles some red 40 dye on her wounds, and it doesn't work.
Useless, right? Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Well, the Hawaiian Punch guy is the national bird of Hawaii, right?
I don't know enough about that to say no, so I'll let that slide.
All right.
Gracias.
And the last people that tweeted us were the Reenacted Podcast
Hey, podcast bros.
on Twitter. Another history boys
Nice.
and lady. They tweeted us about Yeltsin, and they said, "Thanks for boning us by making Putin your successor, stupid Yeltsin."
Oh.
They also let us know that 3 gulag years was probably like 30 normal years.
Oh,
That's the conversion rate.
That's the conversion rate.
Yeah.
tenths to year.
It's a lot of years.
Times 10.
So, the way they died, they were doing some research on a story about World War I, because they're a history podcast.
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
And they're going through the pages, they're going through the library looking for books. They found this great book about trench warfare.
Ooh.
Pop it open. What's on the inside?
Papa John?
Hentai.
Oh,
A whole pile of sticky hentai.
that's the worst type.
Yeah, pile of sticky hentai. And they're like, oh shit! They try to close it, but like the binding of the book has been like, it got solid, got, solidified
You mean
outward.
once the Sesmans hit the air, it
Yeah.
became stiff hard.
Brittle and hard.
Right.
So they're like, hey, I'm just trying to do my research about World War I. And the librarian, oldest man alive, World War I vet. Wow. And he sees them,
All the sticky hentai.
yeah, he sees them peeping at that sticky hentai. He's like, you know what I did in the war?
Trench warfare.
Trench warfare. I did that.
I don't need any dirty Japanese artwork here.
And he forgives them.
Oh.
And he gives them a nice history lesson about the trench warfare and what he went through. At the very end, he's like, fuck you! And pulls out his Thompson gun. Fucking guns him down!
Oh, wow.
Oh, history will get you.
Yeah.
I just realized I made a Japanese joke and you said World War One?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
dog.
gonna get you on that later, but you're okay.
I caught myself. You can still make fun of me, but I caught myself.
Hey, people back then were still pretty damn racist.
What's
so
a
they would say
Japan?
that. Yeah.
What's a Japan?
Never heard of it. What's a Nissan?
Jesus.
Wait, is a Kia Japanese?
That is Korean.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's German.
Okay. Whatever.
All right. Thanks for listening to the episode, and stick around for some outtakes.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh, one more thing I'd like to throw in here. Our previous episode we released, the Sylvia Brown episode, when we posted about that on Twitter, we had a lot of psychics follow us and like our stuff because these clairvoyant individuals simply cannot read. Even more proving the point that you psychics is stupid.
Yeah.
You're so dumb. Thank you very much for the clicks. And
Use
the
your
extra-
regular perception before you use the extrasensory perception next time.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of said that, bullshit right on the.
Yeah, I think there was
Picture.
hashtag fraud in that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And they still retweeted that.
So funny. Well,
Gorgeous.
thank you, you fucking morons, and thank you, smart people, our fans, and we'll catch you later. Thank you, Shane.
Hell yeah, thank you, Jane.
Love you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He
Taking
sounds
the
fun.
ether.
Sounds like a good guy.
Having a good time.
Hang out with that guy
Yeah.
when he's 8. I don't have many 8-year-old friends.
Yeah, I don't either. But he was a very particular 8-year-old friend, if you had him as a friend. Because he...
Yep, he was friendly if you were his friend.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, a very particular 8-year-old boy. I just kind of realized,
It was.
Koreans make a really brutal, violent films, too.
Yeah. What other films
yeah,
are
what are
you
you
thinking of?
Yeah.
Uh...
I'm bad with this.
Can't remember.
Infernal
yeah.
Affairs. That was Korean, right?
Oh, what's the one where they're in the they're in like this apartment building and like basically Judge Dredd, but it's in Korea, and they're fucking like blasting through like all these floors of people.
I don't know that one.
If
pretty
you,
brutal.
If you at home know, let us know.
Yeah,
that
let me
sounds
know.
that sounds
Jake
fucking
knows.
awesome.
Hey, Jake.
Also,
Night Train.
great unknown movie from South Korea called Save the Green Planet. You guys remember that one, right?
Oh
No,
yeah,
it was
it's a great one.
Refresh me.
It's an experimental film where they tried to incorporate every genre of film in one film.
That
and
sounds
they do
horrific.
They do a really good job.
It sounds
Yeah.
bad on paper, but if it's pulled off, that's tits.
They kill it, man.
All right,
There are times where you're horrified, and there are times where it's just like feels like a rom-com, and it's really good.
I got a lot of shit to watch.
Yeah, I have that on DVD. We'll watch it sometime.
Well, and now if any of these ladies and ladies and ladies, and now if any of the ladies, oh my god,
He's drunk.
yeah.
아리라